Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the IWA channel, Astro in Udabi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality, bringing in awareness by Abhi. I have a very interesting question. Well, I've got this question many times before. Sometimes I avoided it, and a lot of times I ended up in a lot of debates with a number of people. A lot of you have been my clients. Some of you were people who are family members from my clients, and a lot of you are basically viewers from my TikTok channel that have messaged me on WhatsApp. Who's not my clients, but have just messaged me because I've spoken about Kundalini energy, and it has awakened you in such a state where you want to know, you're intrigued about it, and you think it's very, it's a fancy term to throw around. Look, dear listeners, Kundalini awakening is not some badge that you can wear around and feel like you are superior to another person. If that's your take on this, if that's your quest, then I think that you'll make a total mockery of yourself if you are heading in that direction. Purely because if you are playing with a if you're holding a live wire, a naked wire, and if you're standing in water, now obviously common sense will be that you're in a very dangerous position. You've got a lot of electrical live wires outside. You're standing in water. It's a very dangerous position to be in. Why? Because of energy, live current through those cords, and in water, and you've got no protective gear. Now imagine that is what 240 volts, 12 volts, or whatever volts it is. I'm not an electrician, man, but you have that fear. Now, can you imagine if you have a fear of that voltage? Can you imagine the voltage that you as spirit, what you can do to yourself? Now, I want that to settle in because this is not something that you should try to force upon yourself. I've spoken to many people over the last 2 years, 2 years alone. I've had so many people come to me and tell me, Abhi, I've been going for this session with so and so, I've been going for that session so and so. I've been doing well. I believe I've been doing well, but I'm stuck now. One person has told me that she has lost certain abilities with the right hand. Another person has told me that her whole womb is now misfunctioning. She's unable to conceive, and doctors have told her this and that. Another person told me that she blinks often. She cannot function properly. She has intense pain in the forehead, in her shoulders, in the neck area. And ever since she's been involved in this, look, dear listeners, as I said, this is not, you can't just force this process. Where do I begin? What are the signs of Kundalini awakening? Firstly, the signs of it is a natural sense of or a feeling of intense energy. This is the first thing you'll feel, intense energy. A lot of people ask me, how do I sleep so less? How do I always sound like I'm energized? It's because of the Kundalini, it's the energy. In your beginning stages, you will jerk a lot, you will shake a lot, you'll have spasms. I know my parents initially, my father, I know he used to see me shaking at times and he'd probably think what's happening. He should think what's happening, get scared. I should get scared. Leave my father. I should get scared in the beginning. Um, it used to be scary because at some points I never thought that my hands could do certain certain things. But no, I'm laughing about it now. But it's amazing how powerful you are if you know how to use the energy that you have within you, or you know how to awaken the energy that's within you. Now, the other things that I've experienced is tingling, lots and lots of headaches. When I talk about lots and lots of headaches, I'm talking about pain at the center of your head, heaviness, like your head wants to explode. These are all at the beginning, and over time, as your body gets used to this kind of energy, you'll just feel like a numbness or a sense of pressure at the center of your forehead, which is the third eye. Your pineal gland starts to become even more stimulated. You can feel the heat there. So generally, with me, I massage this area maybe once or twice every hour. I find myself massaging it, consciously aware of it, that I'm massaging it once or twice every hour because of the buildup of energy there. And a big sign that your Kundalini energy is starting to become active or alive or less dormant is when you have relief from negative thoughts. your mind doesn't. You don't allow yourself to have negative thoughts. You don't. Your mind isn't roaming from here to there. You start to gain control over the mind. Now, here's a famous question that I'd like to answer. How can I awaken the Kundalini? I get this all the time. It's something that everybody is intrigued by. Look, for me, how I've done it, focus on meditation, focus on the chakras, especially your root chakra. Your root is where the Kundalini is coiled, where it's dormant. It's where it is sitting. It's on the root. It needs to travel up the spine from root to the crown. Energy needs to shift upwards. This is the rising. This is the rising of the Christ. The Shiv Shakti needs to rise. The masculine and feminine energy needs to rise up, or the force needs to rise up to Shiva. So your force, which is the Shakti, it needs to rise up to the Shiva and become one with the Shiva. So your Shiv Shakti is very far away from each other, right? Your force is the Shakti, which is sitting in your Muladhara chakra. Your Shiva is the bliss body, which is sitting at the crown and beyond. The Shakti needs to reach up there. Right? You have to meditate. And you can do Om Namah Shivaya in your meditation. How I've done many different types of mantras. Om Namah Shivaya, the Hare Krishna mantra has helped me a lot. Um, you know, chanting of Sri Ram's name, chanting of Mother Durga's name, chanting of the different mothers. Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman Chalisa has helped me tremendously. Hanuman Chalisa once a day has helped me tremendously. If I can say anything, in fact, the Hanuman Chalisa, personally, based on my observation, the Hanuman Chalisa has helped me awaken my Kundalini very, very quickly. You got to do a lot of intense energy work. Drug use, sexual experiences, abuse or trauma or life events. You have to do the energy work. You have to clear that out. You have to release any form of attachments that you have. Now, I've had a tremendous amount of attachment to play lots of games. I've had a lot of attachment towards things in the physical dimension. So for me, surrendering those kind of things has helped me to quicken the process. Right, so there is quicker ways to do it. And the quicker way you should do it is to let go of your attachments. But most human beings want to find quicker ways to do it, thinking that they can still continue the life that they are living in and still be some kind of sadhu sitting. No, doesn't work that way. I wish it works that way. It is not. It's not for the faint-hearted. Look, a lot of people change their religions when they start to experience their Kundalini awakening, thinking it's something is happening to them. A lot of different religious groups would misguide people by telling them that this is some negative force or whatever. It's not, right? Um, Look, Kundalini can also um, awaken as a result of some trauma that you've had, maybe an illness or a near-death experience. I've had a lot of people. In fact, this is how it has awakened for me also. I've went through very, very difficult situations, particularly in relationships, not intimate relationships only, but relationships holistically, trauma, um, experiences in career with different people with different parts of life. Different experiences will also, with out of body experiences, these things here happen as a consequence of trauma. So Kundalini can awaken because of a consequence of trauma. It's happened like that for me. So how you awaken it? So firstly, you gotta meditate. I'll say this in all my podcasts. I'll say this on all my lives. In all my sessions I do with you wonderful people, you gotta meditate. Meditation is the key. It's the key to unlock dimensions. Meditation. You can do the lam, vam, ram, ham, yam, sa meditation. Look at each chakra, observe it, observe its color, observe its spinning, and make sure that all is aligned. Through your third eye you can visualize this here in your system and spin it. Make sure it's spinning in a constant speed. Not all, one is fast, one is slow. It's all got to be uniform. Make sure it's in uniform. It's spinning as is and you're happy with it as it's spinning. This is how you align it. You align it very, very simply in thought, in word, in theory, it's very simple, but in application, it becomes very difficult if you're a beginner. But over time, it becomes very simple. You know, and you gotta do this every day. You gotta meditate every day. Bhakti yoga, sadhana, meditation, kriya yoga. This is kriya yoga. This is kriya yoga. Awakening the Kundalini involves bhakti yoga. It involves kriya yoga. It involves karma yoga. Karma yoga is serving people, sacrificing yourself for people. I'm doing it. This is karma yoga. This is how you awaken your Kundalini. Karma yoga is to awaken your Kundalini. Karma yoga is number one. Very, very important. So Kriya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, absolutely vital in awakening the Kundalini. So you have to start meditation. You have to start meditation. It's all about connecting with yourself. Connecting through sight. If the will is there, then this becomes a walk in a park for you over time. If there's no will, there's no desire to connect to your higher power, then you will look for the easier way out, and this will always bring you to a point where you will cause more damage to your system. So, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna, Hari Bol, and I thank you very, very much. I hope this answers your question.